Welcome back. We're writing linear equations in point-slope form. Now, up until now, we know how to write an equation using the given slope and a given y-intercept. Here we're going to look at the second case, which is actually quite possibly the simplest of all three cases because there's going to be no deducing or guesswork. Everything we need is going to be given. Now, when we were given the y-intercept, we can actually deduce what the x term and the y term is that we can plug in. But here it's actually all going to be given. So let's get a quick reminder of what the point-slope form is. It's something like this. We have y minus y naught equals m times x minus x naught. Okay? This is our point-slope form where we're going to be solving for y and x. We're not going to be solving for one variable. We're actually just going to have y and x left in our, so don't get excited about all the variables. We're going to find this piece of information, this, and this. Actually, it's actually going to be given to us. This is our slope, and this x naught and y naught are the coordinates of what's loosely called the first point. So we're actually going to be given this, and we'll see how that works. So let's say we're going to be given the slope of our line, and it's going to be 2/5, and the point of the line, a point on the line is -1 and 3. Okay, this is actually going to be pretty simple because we're given all the information that we're needed. This value right here is just x naught, and this value right here is y naught. And we're actually given those, and we can just plug them straight into our formula. So we have y minus 3 equals our slope, which is 2/5, times x minus x naught, which is just -1. We can simplify this, so drop the parentheses. We have y minus 3 equals 2/5 times x. We can cancel these negative signs. We have x plus 1. And that's all there is to it. So we're simply plugging in information that we're given from the onset. We just need to realize what we're actually be given and where do they go. We can go ahead and distribute this if we want to, but I like to keep it in this form because it's more compact, and we can clearly see that we have y on one side and x on the other, and it just looks neater for me. So looks a lot more neat. So let's take a look at another one. Let's say we have a slope of -4, and the line passes through the point 11, 1. Okay, well here we're given the information that we need. We know our point-slope form is y minus y naught, which is 1, equals our slope, which is -4, times x minus 11, which is x naught. Okay, we can simply drop the parentheses here. We have y minus 1 equals -4 times x minus 11. And you can quickly see why I say that this is actually the simplest case when we're given a slope and a point of writing an equation in point-slope form. So let's just go ahead and run through a few more. We have the slope. It's given as 3/10, and the line passes through the point -5, 5. So let's write this in point-slope form. So we have y minus y naught, which is 5. Our slope is 3/10 times x minus x naught, which is a -5. Let's write these in parentheses so we know for a fact that we're substituting in for these variables. We have y minus 5. This is going to equal 3/10 times x plus 5. Okay, these two negative signs cancel. And that is our linear equation written in point-slope form. All right, let's do a couple more. Let's say we have a slope of 50. This is a very steep line, almost straight up and down, and it passes through the point 0, 75. Okay, this is nothing to get excited about when we see big numbers like this. We just simply plug them into our point-slope form. So we have y minus 75, which is our y naught. Our slope is m, which is 50, times x minus x naught, which is just 0. we can drop the parentheses here. 50 times x minus 0, and we just did an extra step, but that's okay. Y minus 75 equals 50x. Okay, so anytime we're given our y-intercept, as we saw in the previous section, our point slope form is going to look like this. There's going to be no parentheses because 50 times 0 is 0, and we just omit that. All right, we have time to do one more. Let's go ahead and look at the equation of a line. We want to find, it has a slope of 1, and it passes through the point, let's say 1/4 and minus 3. Okay, don't get excited about the fraction. It's going to work the same way. We have y minus y naught, which is minus 3. Being careful with our negative signs. Our slope is 1 times x minus x naught, which is 1/4. 1/4. Here we can cancel the negative signs, so we have y plus 3 equals, here we can actually leave it like this, or we can just distribute the 1, which would be the same thing as just dropping the parentheses. We're distributing a positive 1. So it'd be the same thing as having x, 1 times x is x, and x minus 1 times 1/4 is 1/4. Okay, we can do it either way. I like doing it this way when there's just a 1 on the outside for the slope, because it's less ambiguous as to what the slope is. Because if it's just a slope of 1, we just not write it, and we'd write it like this. So this is our point slope form, and we have one more case in the next video when we're actually going to write the equation in point slope form given 2 points on the line. So just go over this again. This is actually the simplest form, and I'll see you soon.